Alright, so tonight's lesson is lesson 45, and we are classifying quadrilaterals. So go ahead and write down the definition of a quadrilateral, and it is a polygon with four sides. So there are all different types of shapes that have four sides, and I know right away you will think of a square or a rectangle, but we're going to learn about quite a few more shapes that have special names that are considered quadrilaterals. So go ahead and draw this. I know it's kind of hard to see. You can pause the video and copy it down. I gave you a sheet today to glue into your notebook, and this is going to be at the bottom. We're going to fill that out, but if you want to pause your video and draw the top part first, you can, or you can do it at the end. So what we have here, we have quadrilaterals, and a quadrilateral is broken down into three main groups. Okay, you have your parallelograms, and all of these shapes here are parallelograms. Just meaning that a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel lines. So this is a parallel line, this is a parallel line, this one's one here, and then another one there. So all of these shapes have two sets of parallel lines. A trapezoid here, okay, we'll talk about the characteristics of a trapezoid, and a trapezium over here. Alright, so we're going to start filling in our chart here. So our very first shape, one that I think you are the most familiar with, go ahead and name that, and that is a square. And the characteristics of a square, well, it's a parallelogram, it's underneath this category. So we're going to write parallelogram. Parallelogram, which means, just kind of a dot, it has two pairs of parallel lines. Two pairs of parallel lines. What else does a square have? It has four equal sides. So like we've drawn before with our hash marks, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all the same. And four right angles. So I'm going to draw my little squares in the corners here, meaning that they're 90 degrees and all four of them are right angles. Alright, the next one you probably know as well, and that's going to be your rectangle. This is also a parallelogram underneath the category up here. It has two pairs of parallel lines, so write that down. Two pairs of parallel lines. Also, it has four right angles. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So four right angles. And it has two pairs of congruent opposite sides. And I'll explain that in a second. Two pairs of congruent opposite sides. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Congruent. That is the word that we have talked about before. Congruent means they are exactly the same. So we have two pairs, so this side right here is the same as this side in length. See? Exactly the same. Then this short guy over here, I'm going to draw two hash marks, is the same as this one over here. So draw another two hash marks. So two pairs, so a pair and another pair of congruent, the same opposite sides. And that is your rectangle. Alright, the next one. This is going to be a rhombus. So we're going to write rhombus. And with the rhombus, it is a parallelogram. If you look up top, so I'm going to write parallelogram. So again, it has two pairs of parallel lines. Alright, what else? Well, the other characteristic that you can tell about a rhombus is that all four sides are equal. Equal, 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 equal. All four sides are equal. And that is our rhombus. All right, our next one we're going to talk about is our trapezoid. And with our trapezoid, it has, oh, sorry, I got to write it down, trapezoid. This has one pair of parallel lines. One pair of parallel lines. And you can see it right here. This is going to be your parallel, and this is going to be your parallel. They never, ever, ever touch. On trapezoids, they might look a little bit different sometimes, but the main characteristic is that they have four sides. All of these shapes have four sides, and specifically to a trapezoid, they have one pair. So you're going to have a parallel line and then another parallel line. A trapezium is our last one. Okay, and if you want to spell that, that is T-R-A-P-E-Z-I-U-M. Trapezium. And this one, this shape, if you look at it, it does have four sides, okay, because we know it's a quadrilateral, but the characteristic of a trapezium is no parallel lines at all. No parallel lines. Alright, and we will classify quadrilaterals in class tomorrow, and you do not have a lesson practice.